Hi, this is Bruce. This topic is, Bruce, I can't close them after we went on the test drive to come inside. Understand this. What is an equation of a sale? What actually produces the dollar in our business? Well, we know that the dollar is achieved actually when we deliver the car. We know there's income to be had. Anything prior to that is the buildup of the delivery. So you have an up, which is a customer, plus a test drive will result in a write-up, which is an offer from the customer. The more offers that you get will result in the more agreements or sales that you make, and the more sales that you make will result in the more deliveries you'll have. So this salesperson is saying, Bruce, I'm upping the customer, I'm qualifying them, I'm taking them for a test drive, I do a walk around, and I can't get them to come inside to the write-up of making me an offer. So we talked about that. I took him outside yesterday, and I said, okay, Pierre, what do you got? He says, well, we came back from the test drive on a Mustang, and I asked him if he wanted to buy the car to come inside. I said, well, hold up, let's back up a little bit. Let's try the language that you learned in our training class. Let me ask you this question, Mr. Customer. On a scale of 1 through 10, how would you rate this car for you? It's an interesting numerical way of getting him to volunteer what he likes about the car. He said that the customer says that he likes it about an 8. I said, great. Pierre, what'd you say then? He goes, well, what do I got to do to make it a 10? I said, no, that was the wrong thing to say. You have to say this. Once you ask the customer, on a scale of 1 through 10, how would you rate this car for you? And he says an 8. Ask him, what makes it an 8? When you ask them what makes it an 8, you're allowing the client to tell you what he likes about the car. That helps him get to a conclusion. He says, well, I like the Mustang, I like this, I like the leather, I like the V8. So great. And now you ask him, what do we have to do to make it a 10? And the customer says, well, can you change the, does it have a hardtop? I said, well, Mustangs don't come with a hardtop. You already know that, Mr. Customer, so what do we really got to do to make it a 10? What's interesting about that is when the customer told Pierre, does it come with a hardtop, he kind of yielded, well, no, and he let the air out of his own personal sale. And when you allow that to happen, you can't close anybody. So I was giving him an example of saying, well, to talk to the customer, Mr. Customer, you know the Mustang doesn't come with a hardtop. Okay? What else do we got to do to make it a 10? He said, well, can you change the interior? I said, absolutely not. Well, let me ask you this, customer. What is it we can do to make it a 10 on this particular car? What I'm trying to explain to you is don't give up just because you heard one no. How many no's can you take? The average customer is going to tell a salesperson no, based on what Brian Tracy says, at least 7 times before he says yes. And what's really interesting is that the average salesperson, he's going to stop asking the customer to buy after the 4th no because his rejection filter got filled up. Don't let that happen. Ask the client again. Ask the client again, and then bring them inside and get some help. So, with this being said, expect the no's. That's all part of moving forward in the sale, and bring that client to the closing booth, okay, or the closing room. Thank you very much.